Today we are going to be learning about shadows. A shadow is made when an object blocks the light. Sometimes trees will make shadows. Sometimes if you go outside, you can even make a shadow. Let's look at some pictures of trees making shadows. You can see the shadows that are coming from these trees. You see, if you sit in the shadow, it will be cooler than if you sit in the light. That is why, if you're outside and you're hot, you want to be under something that will shade you. You can see that these trees are putting a shadow over the road. Some people have trees around their house. This way, their house will stay cooler in the summer, so they don't have to cool it as much. This picture is also some shadows from trees. Depending on where the sun is in the sky, makes the shadow different lengths. If the sun is way to one side, then when it shines, it will make the shadow of the tree look a lot longer than when it's high in the sky, so it only has a short shadow. Now let's dim the lights and make some shadows of our own. Now we have this giraffe. He is making this shadow. We have a light over here to the side, and it's shining onto the giraffe, which makes the giraffe's shadow. Because the light is low, this makes the giraffe's shadow long. Now we've raised our light higher, this making the giraffe's shadow shorter. This is what happens when you are outside and the sun is going up higher. The higher the sun goes, the shorter your shadow is. So this is what the sun looks like when it's high in the sky. We've moved the light to the other side, so you can see that the shadow is on the other side. You can also see that it is very short. This is because the light is almost exactly above the giraffe. Now the light has gone way down to this side. It's shining on the giraffe, and the giraffe has a very long shadow. This is near the end of the day when the sun is almost completely down. Now we are going to play a little game. In this game, we have a paper. We're holding up this paper, and we have an object behind the paper. A light is behind the paper that is shining so you can see the outline of the object. And you are going to guess what the object is. Can you tell what this is? Now David and I are going to put the paper down, and then we will show you what it is. What was hiding behind the paper was a Japanese lantern. This can be made with normal paper. How about this? Can you guess what this shadow is? So David and I are going to now put the paper down. What was hiding behind the paper was a vase of flowers. Now let's get the last thing to show you. This is our last object. So David and I are going to put the paper down. But before we do that, can you guess what this shadow is of? Okay, we will now put the paper down. It was the puppet of a cow. Let's review what we've learned. We learned that when the sun is far to one side, it will make your shadow long. The higher the sun goes to the middle, the shorter your shadow gets. When the sun is straight above you, you hardly have a shadow. And then when the sun is going down, your shadow again grows longer, and it's at its longest length just before the sun sets. Now let's do a problem like the one that you're going to do. A shadow is made by an object blocking the light, true or false. So you remember what we learned, that this is how a shadow is made, and you click on the true picture. Good luck!